Alright, good morning, Sam. Let's go. Okay, is this how you set up your work in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's come to the machine. Okay, what's the first thing you need to do? Shall we top up the coffee bean? My name is Wei Jie. I'm co-founder and director of Foreword Coffee. I'm also the coffee roaster in the company, and I mainly am in charge of the hiring, training, development of people with disabilities in our company.
But first, let me wash my hands.
Oh, wash your hand first. Good. I should also wash my hand too. By taking part in volunteering programs, community programs, it got me to think, how can I actually make a difference to the lives of people in my career? So I'm trying to find not just employment opportunities for them, but how can I create greater awareness by putting them into public visibility, so that the hypothesis that I have is that with increased interaction with people with disabilities, society's stigma towards them would be reduced. Okay, Sam, make a double espresso for me. Okay, we start with here. Okay, good. Push.
When it hasn't finished.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, good. Take a cup. Okay, can, correct. And then lock. Okay, good. Okay, that's clever. Okay, put below. Stop. Good. It's a temper. So normally we would take this out, right, Natasha?
Yeah.
And then we would press. But then I think for Sam, you don't need to take it out. You can just put up here. Yeah. So it's easier for you. Good. Push upwards. Yes. Done.
Yeah.
Okay, put it in. We go to the cafe, we order a cup of coffee, we interact with the baristas, and I thought that increased interaction could create more understanding towards people with disabilities. Okay, I'll let your boss try. You clean this one first. Esther, do you drink espresso? You want to try? I want to go towards the bitter side because I know people don't like the sour side. So just now I tasted one, it's more bitter. I'm not sure if this one is the same. Remember what we did? Correct. Push it upwards. It is always a worry on parents' minds when they have a child with special needs. What's the future like for them? The education system has it all for them, up to the age of 18 or 21. When they go through the education system, there's a lot of programs for them to engage them, to train them, to upskill them. But after the age of 18 or 21, if they do not get employed or actually find something to do in mainstream society, the burden falls back on the caregivers and parents to look after them at home.
It's clean up time.
Clean up time? Okay, can. Clean up time.
Can I have coffee? Wash them up!
So 3 things. We get a smaller milk jug, a weighing machine, and a knock box. Yep. Otherwise, this coffee tastes good, so yeah, it's okay. Great.
Hi, I'm James. I'm 25 years old. It takes me step by step in order to learn how to do each thing, to do things. And the most challenging part is to scoop the beans, and then when packing, not to spill the beans when the wastage. I've been working here for the past 3.5 months already.
Do you enjoy it so far?
Yes. No, I can't here.
James is my coffee roasting assistant. We are able to craft this role for him thanks to having an automated coffee roasting machine. So actually the recipe that we have is already inside, and then James is helping me with the hands and legs to actually roast the coffee beans. James has mild autism and he graduated from Pathlight School. James joined us, I think, for about 3 years already. He is currently my coffee roasting assistant. And it took some time to train him up because he has a small stature, which makes it difficult for him to lift up, the 4 or 5 kg of coffee beans to pour into the coffee roaster. We started to engage him more on the coffee roasting side because we see that he may not be the best working at the cafes, dealing with customers and a fast-paced environment. But within a back-end control environment working with me, he can get used to the structure and routine which coffee roasting is. And he's really good at doing it right now. I can totally trust him to do so. So in his phone, actually, we already give instructions on what bean to roast first, what's next. We also need to write down the labels of the names of the coffee beans to paste on the packaging so that we know what actually is being roasted. So that's all part of his job scope. Okay, Ka, how you read this one also? I scared you mix up. So there have been instances where, we accidentally spill the beans or, we absent-minded, we didn't tear the weighing scale and we don't know the weight of it. So this comes along with the job and I've learned to take it along with my stride. But definitely to remind James also that we learn from this mistake and we try not to repeat it again.
Can I get a 6-ounce latte and a double espresso?
Sure.
You got it?
Yep, got it. Anything else?
That's all.
Pay by what?
No payment?
No payment. Free for charge.
Yeah. Boss payment.
Nadi, we met through an alumni network. He was still a student then when I just graduated, and he wanted to learn more about the F&B sector. That was how we were matched together.
Yesterday, it's been very busy. We need more stocks urgently. Okay. You send them the hello neighbor, okay?
Okay.
Thanks, Nas. See you around.
Yeah.
He's currently the finance guy because he's economics trained. He looks at the spreadsheets, the financials, making sure that we have the cash flow.
Today we have Ambika over there. So she's actually a staff that has been around longer than me. If you go by employment contract, she's a longer serving staff at Foreword Coffee. Yeah, so she's been here with us since 2018. For our F&B staff, it's actually considered quite long, so it's about 7 years now. We have Marcus over there as well. He's been with us for about 2 years, I believe. He's shown much improvement over the years. He's actually been able to even run a cafe independently, serving customers without any other support.
It's my latte art.
Beautiful.
Very good. Call the double espresso and a hot white.
Quite a lot of capable baristas that we have. The third one is Lim Wei. He's still learning, he's a trainee, but we've seen improvements over the months he's been here. So we are looking forward to greater things from him.
Now, coffee. Okay.
I think it's really just like dealing or working with anyone. In F&B, I think you work with a whole range of different personalities. Nothing too different over when you work with PWDs or persons with disabilities over here. So I think it's more like finding the correct job fit to see whether they enjoy working in F&B in the first place.
We'll see you later.
Yeah, I try to visit the outlets at least 2 to 3 times a week. I usually do some quality control, so I don't tell them outright, but I usually try out the espresso, I try out the latte, because I want to see whether their coffee calibration is done properly, as well as whether the quality of their milk steaming is up to par.
How's the coffee?
This one I think need a bit more acidity, a bit dull,
I see.
but tastes good actually. Your milk very good. and I'm always trying to see how long does it take for them to serve a customer. Because ultimately, one of our value proposition is that we serve good coffee, we serve coffee that is priced as well as anyone else, as much as anyone else, and at the same time, we are almost as fast as anyone else as well. Okay, what's this?
The guy doesn't make a mess here.
As a social enterprise, we're actually very clear on the target group that we want to work with. As an employer, there's definitely that tension in terms of how do I balance my, profit and then to balance also with managing the employee's performance. It's a fine line to thread, and I think that if you have committed yourself to wanting to support people with disabilities, you need to be able to provide that patience and understanding from their perspective that they actually are also trying very hard to keep the job. Fast. Fast.
Get a rope.
Now, so today we have our company meeting. We call it Kopi Date. It's a rare occasion where everyone from different outlets are coming together just to get updates about the company and also to meet everyone who's working in different locations at different times. So it's kind of like a company gathering.
Hello, my name is Summer. Do you remember me? Yeah, how are you today? I'm doing great.
Okay guys, please gather around the center and then we'll start our Kopi Date soon. So when I have everyone together, I feel the energy. It's our office hours, right? It's our work hours, and yet they make the time and effort to come together. That's why we provide the food for each other, and then it just makes us feel like, yeah, it's meaningful, it's fun, and it's good that we cherish the times we have together. Okay, then because we have new staff, I'll also be sharing more about the organizational chart, who's working where, who's taking on what role. Yeah, the heart shape. Good. Can.
Is it improved already?
Improved already. Yeah, it's interesting to me because I felt that hiring a diverse group of people with disabilities makes most sense because I can leverage on each of their strengths to be more than their individual parts. So that was my idea. Like, I do not want to work with a particular specific group and then leaving out the rest, but to acknowledge that every individual, every community bring in a certain strengths, and my role is how do we tap on strengths and potential to gel the team together. She wants to help and share the workload together. When stressed with a lot of customers, please help each other. Yes?
What's the M?
M, meaningful. P for person-centered.
Anxious.
A for extroverted.
C,
And leadership. Yes. Okay, we have 6 company values. What's the first one? The first one, I for... Amika joined us in 2018. What I know of her back then was that she is deaf, and therefore I need to communicate with sign language or through writing. And she has some kind of cerebral palsy because that was the school that she graduated from. So cerebral palsy presents itself as limited physical movements. So maybe your upper or lower body may not be moving as smoothly as a person without cerebral palsy might be. Upon turning 21 years old, she's not able to return back with her biological family, and therefore she would be living in a group hostel who looks after people with disabilities and other groups of people. And she wanted, and it's part of her goal, to live on her own in the future.
Prior to this, I trained in a hotel where I learned various skills. I learned latte art, cooking, and cleaning.
How does it feel to work with colleagues that have different disabilities?
I feel it's okay. For people with autism, I might need to teach them multiple times because they will forget. So I have to repeat myself. I will slowly teach them and they will learn by writing things down. Then they will understand what I am saying. I will try to teach them using a different method.
Oat. Yeah.
Sometimes I have difficulties understanding people, especially when they speak too fast or use difficult words. And people also have difficulties understanding me. So during that time, I will try my best to write to communicate with them. I hope people will continue to be patient with me as I try my best.
So we have both public cafes and in-house corporate cafes. This is where the corporate will engage us to provide the barista and coffee services, while also engaging our baristas with disabilities. So these locations allow us to also place people with disabilities into work and also engage with the people in these corporates. Most of the time, they just require one barista to be working in the in-house corporate cafe. And the number of cups that they serve ranges from slightly under 100 all the way to 200, 300 cups. When it gets to a certain level, then that's where we add another barista in for two of them to work together. Here at Mount Elizabeth HQ, we actually have two baristas working because we serve like anywhere between 160 to 200 cups a day. So we do need more people to support that volume of drinks. So we have Melvin as our barista. We also have Jin Long, our junior barista here. Jin Long is he was from the Rainbow Centre's micro jobs program. So he went through training with us, and then now he's officially employed with the company. Yeah, Melvin actually has been working with us for years. Very reliable. Even though he's deaf, he knows everything that needs to be done.
I think it's a very pleasant experience, like working with them and seeing them every morning. Yeah, and seeing their workflow as well. It's quite interesting, like having different ways that they work. So some of them use the QR code, then previously some of them would use gestures. So I think it was an interesting experience.
Jin Long was part of Rainbow Centre. So at 18 years old, he graduated. Usually at 18, most students or all students will go through this assessment. It's called a client assessment, so it's usually assessed by teachers and MSF to kind of put them in the right pathway or direction for their post-18 program, as they will have to leave Rainbow Centre at 18. So for Jin Long, he decided to join Microjobs, which is our own training program, part of Rainbow Centre's post-18 program.
Okay, now Mark, what is finished? There we go.
I remember, there are people like Marcus and people like Annie, and they've been so friendly to us. I know that there have been baristas before who may be deaf, and I remember when a few of our colleagues first came, they didn't realize that they were actually deaf. So when we order our coffee orders, they couldn't understand what we are saying. And actually they adapted along to working with us, where sooner or later they started having cards. So they asked us to point which coffees we want, whether we wanted fresh milk, oat milk, an extra shot of coffee. And that actually helped us to better understand that, communicating with them, we may require different methods, but at the end of the day, they are so accommodating to all the different requests that we may have. And it's nice to also build friendships with them where they're no longer just a face, not just a barista, but friends that we make. And the fact that they also remember some of our coffee orders is amazing as well.
I think previous years, if you take it back like maybe 15, 20 years ago, most of our people with disabilities or clients with disabilities end up either at an activity center or a shelter workshop. But I think as times are evolving and companies are more open to engaging our people with disabilities, they are very open to carving out certain roles for them, or we are also training our clients or students to be more involved with the world outside. So definitely we would want them to be out in the community as much as possible so that other people are also being made aware of how they are, and then also to see how they can integrate into the community next time.
Can you try again with this sorry to Miss Annie's apologizing?
Yes, you can try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to stay calm, remember?
Yeah.
If you feel yellow zone or red zone,
Yeah.
can you be shouting?
No.
No, right?
Shouting is
Yeah.
bad.
So did you shout last week?
Yeah, I shouted too last week.
Okay, so we
I
said,
cannot control myself.
yeah, so we said no shouting.
No shouting.
So
Are
no
you mad at
shouting.
me?
I'm not mad at you.
Are you trying to stay calm?
Are you staying calm?
Yes.
Okay, so, okay.
Please
for
don't do it again.
Yeah, so for you to stay calm, go to the rest area, set a 10-minute timer break. Okay.
Wait, break, drink water and...
I think when we are working with a special group of people, we need to take special methods as well to make things work. And I feel that for people with disability, it's not just about the person themselves. We need to look at the environment that we're creating for them so that they can thrive in it. And that includes employers' attitudes and our, maybe the management and the co-workers' perspective on disability. And I really want to acknowledge that everyone in the company is trying and doing their best. And we shouldn't take any of these relationships for granted. It's not a goal to be achieved, it's actually a guiding star. Right? It's very hard to reach. Right? How to reach this? What's this? What does it even mean? But that is for us to think and guide us in whatever we do in the company. So that is a practice that we want to have, like to be grateful with each other, and then to practice the culture of thanking each other, to look at how we have come so far, based on how we have improved ourselves and not comparing ourselves against each other. That's competitive, but we want to be cooperative. So this is what we want to do from the start, and to change the mindset that I'm benchmarked against another person. It's more of like I'm benchmarked against how I was months ago. And then from there, we want to thank the people who supported me. And then now that I've come here, how can I go on to support those who I can help? And I think it has shown in the team. I'm quite grateful that they are actually practicing that on their own without me having to push them a lot on it. And they all want to have that teamwork because we know that it only works when the whole team is in it together. So, and yeah, I'm really quite thankful that they actually practice it on their own.
And if you guys need help, you can reach out to one of us.
Yeah, all right. So remember teamwork and share the work together. Okay, thank you, Lina, for sharing. Go and clap for yourself. Okay, 2, 3. Okay.